Hawaiian music is my root, bro.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
You know, they really came to see him and to listen to his message.
One race, bro, the human. My name is George Washington Kamakawiwoʻole. My friends call me Festus, because you're my. My name is Israel Kamakawiwoʻole.
Oh, we had great times. We had fun times, yeah. And like any other group, you had bad times, you had bad days, you had good days, but majority of the time was good.
In 1976, they were just kids in their mid-teens when they formed the group that made them famous, the Makaha Sons of Ni'ihau.
I invited the boys to come up and record a few songs. That night we recorded a Ku'u Morning Dew that the Sons of Hawaii had just released, and another song. And I knew then that these boys had some wonderful potential as they launched on their new career.
Yeah, we just used to let Israel do his thing, and we just used to, you know, just color him right around. Whatever he did, I mean, that guy was amazing. He could sing anything. Yeah, he could do any song. Yeah, and then we just would kind of like just fill in all the gaps, you know, around him.
This song, ladies and gentlemen, goes out to everybody out there, in here, around, on the side, on top, and most of all, underneath.
We had to put Israel in the front, yeah. We had to put Israel, because he was the main source, so we just back him up. Because Israel had a very unique, he had a very strong voice. And so I would arrange music around him. So it would be more of a, he take the lead and we complement. And it worked great.
I'll remember you.
Israel had the best strum ukulele. He could strum that ukulele. He had one of the purest strum. If you listen to our old CD, he had the best strum of ukulele. And I think his voice, I think mainly that's what separated him away from other musicians.
No way in Makaha Sons history can you ever duplicate that. You know, it was just something that it's a once in a lifetime thing. And it was just something that was sporadic, but something that was really effective.
Here in this paradise.
There are those who say Israel Kamakawiwoʻole had the voice of an angel. His music and his life inspired friends, fans, and fellow musicians. He will live forever in the songs of the islands and in the hearts of the people. Tonight, we pay our last respects to Israel.
Here in this paradise.
And now, a KGMB 9 News special report. Remembering is.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jade Moon.
And I'm Jim Dindal. Tonight, the chronicle of life and death of an island icon. A man whose stature in our community was so great that tonight several thousand people are expected to be at his service. Friends, fans, and family all gathered at the state capitol with heavy hearts to say a final goodbye to Israel Kamakawiwoʻole. This is a live picture from the Capitol where, at the family's request, the entertainer's body is lying in repose, an honor previously granted only to Governor John Burns and to Senator Spark Matsunaga. So how is it that a one-time poor boy from Palolo is sharing a place in history with two of modern Hawaii's greatest figures?
Well, the answer lies, of course, in part with the overwhelming popularity of his music, and in part with his ability to reach the people with his message, especially Hawaii's keiki. KGME 9's Mahealani Richardson will have that report in a moment. But first, the musical path that led to the creation of a real-life Hawaiian Superman.
I know that I won't live forever, but forever I'll be loving you.
Israel's journey in this life began on May 20th, 1959. He was the third of 4 children of Henry and Evangeline. They were a family big in stature and big of heart, and they were blessed with a gift for music.
Everybody in our family actually is in some way musically inclined. Everybody sang, everybody played the ukulele, guitar, and stuff like that. And of course, you know, whenever we're at luau's, everybody entertained. So Skippy and Israel just grew up with it.
I spoke with people who knew him and watched him grow up. His uncle, his cousin, and his best friend. They describe a boy who may have had a sweet voice, but the kid was no angel.
I was loved by you. One of the rottenest, spoiled kids that I ever saw in my life. I swear.
But Iz had another side, a side that made him an easy person to love.
This song, ladies and gentlemen, goes out to everybody out there, in here, around, on the side, on top, and most of all, underneath. Aloha.
He was one of the nicest giving persons that you're ever gonna know.
He would sit down and people would just come around him and he made friends in no time.
Even at that age?
Even at that age.
Sam Gray, his Hanai brother, says they did the things boys in Hawaii do. Checked out girls, hung out at the beach, went to school, sort of. Iz never graduated.
There was one problem. He was lacked, I think, a credit or two. And from what I understand, there was a song that he was supposed to finish that he would have gotten that credit. He finished the song, but it wasn't up to standards.
He wrote the song, but he didn't get his diploma. Why not?
Well, it was, the name of the song was Paukû, Tip of Your Feet.
They didn't like that.
They didn't like that.
But always, there was music. In 1976, they were just kids in their mid-teens when they formed the group that made them famous, the Makaha Sons of Ni'ihau. They developed their own sound.
Absolutely.
Pretty young.
Absolutely.
And it was this woman, Jackie Skylark Rossetti, who first recognized their potential and got them their first big break.
I invited the boys to come up and record a few songs. That night we recorded a Ku'u Morning Dew that the Sons of Hawaii had just released, and another song. And I knew then that these boys had some wonderful potential as they launched on their new career.
It's a way that they come across on stage. That's what's really important. And I think it's a magic. And if you put it in one word, it's a magic.
There was magic, but there was tragedy. Bad luck and bad health were the twin curses of the Kamakawiwoʻoles. Henry died of cancer. Evangeline and baby sister Leilani had bad hearts. And then there was Skippy.
Skippy and Israel was two opposite brothers. Everything that Skippy liked doing, the brother Israel wouldn't like. Completely opposite. Everything that Israel did, Skippy didn't like. And they would always butt heads. But Israel always knew that Skippy was the oldest brother and he had to respect Skippy.
Skippy was the driving force behind the Sons. When he died, only Israel and Lydia were left. Israel tried for a while to be the same spoiled rascal boy, but two things happened. He got married, and in 1993, he broke with the Sons, yet another separation from those he loved.
And you could see a big change from that time of the Kalohe Israel to the humble Israel, changing exactly what I remember Skippy to be. That's the way Israel became. Big change.
So he took the best of his brother. He grew up.
That is a very kind word for Israel. He grew up. He grew up. And I loved him for that. Big change. Big heart.
But ultimately, being big brought a premature and tragic end to the career of this beloved man. But his music and his memory are destined to live on.
In this life, I was loved by you. In this life, I was loved by you.
I said I'm money before that is the big man himself. I said I'm I wanna be like you.
The Keiki of Hawaii had a special place in Israel's heart. He often gave free performances at schools, and people who knew him say he was always joking with the kids, always showing them he cared.
Some of the kids out there, they don't have as what everybody has. And for ears to come out and just do, a concert free, makes anybody happy.
He was deep into the Hawaiian culture. That's why for us young guys, he taught us where we came from.
And that's why the kids who loved his are returning his aloha with signs and songs of their own.
Johnny Mahoyana, I know that song. One day there was a partridge in the blue and the red. The time was over, Johnny laid it.
Many of these children never met the famous singer, but they say they understand that he too went through rough times.
Well, like his song In This Life, he talked about his life, and how he grew up and stuff.
Whenever he sings, I don't know, it's like he gives me chicken skin, like he's telling the truth or something, I don't know.
His songs is so good, and now he passed away and gone, and just sad.
He inspired us for starting us to be yourself, be somebody. You don't have to act or be somebody that you're not, just be yourself. It's not the person what they look like, it's the heart inside that makes them somebody. And that's what it's all about. When he's died, he doesn't just hit people from Hawaii, but the whole state of Hawaii.
The life of this âina, this land, is perpetuated in righteousness for you and I, the people of Hawaii.
But we all love music. This gentleman overcomes any obstacle put in front of him. He has not taken the easy road. When things seem like they're not going in the direction of the music he wants to make, he creates new avenues for himself. He does so with a wonderful countenance. He does so with a face that is full of love and life and smiles. And he does so with music that speaks to our hearts because he sings with aloha. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Israel Kamakawiwoʻole.
And our boy of Hawaii Nate. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. For this, my portion of this evening's show, I like to do this song that was written when first started playing music, first got into the music action. The Makaha Sons of Aloha first started out playing on the outer islands. I was just 15 years old, venturing out there. It's like the Hawaiian version of the Wild Blue Yonder. Whew, freaking mean was. I've learned a lot, been through multitudes of hard times. This evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to send a message out there to all the Hawaiians and all the Hawaiians at heart. Take responsibility for all our kuleana, because our culture is suffering. Our children out there, late night time, hanging around 7-Eleven, bus stop, making all kind of hana inoa. Our parents and adults, take responsibility Malama da kuleana for keiki. And to all of you, all the children, all the teenagers on every island, what is in a rag? It's for Blohana Barakas. Wake up. I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm making a call out to all my brothers out there. Smoking a batu, dealing a coke. Stop all the Koreans from bringing in the stuff. We stop the demand. We stop the supply, because Hawaiians going to live on. I get one message from some very good friends of mine in Aloha, high security. They're doing time for life. They done the wrong. They may have took some lives. But when you put Jesus in your heart, you're born again. All the old people are gone. You're like a brand new baby. So just with that, something for you guys to think about. Love each other, malama, take care. Stop the dope, bro. It's only a facade, bro. It's a thin curtain. It's only temporary. Us guys, it's forever. Our ancestors before them. So I do this song for you guys. It was written by my brother-in-law, Moon Kauakahi. To the rest of my brothers, John and Jerome, to all the rest of the Makaha Sons of Niao, past and future. I do this song in commemoration for another Hawaiian brother. The song goes like this. Kaleohano, inoa, kuhome, o Keaukaha, Kaulana, o Keaukaha. O Kaleohano, o inoa, kuhome, o Keaukaha, I Mauna Kea, I Ahiahi,
Love you, brother East. Love you, bro.
Aloha, I Mauna Kea. Keaukaha, ahiahi. Olono, olono, olono. Ikalea, Kamakawiwoʻole. To all everybody, from Niihau to Miloli, love each other, malama everybody. Love you, Hawaii.
This is your Kamakawiwoʻole, everybody.
When you put Jesus in your heart, you're born again. You're like a brand new baby.
Ike alo Yesu, Eike, ikanani mauloa, Ele mako, ikoli o Yesu, Kamehana, ke aloha, aloha, kalikula o kahaku, ikalani kuakaha, Ila ke ao, o ka oku imo imo. O Yesu tupu hatu mai tai. Ike alo Yesu, Eike, ikanan maloa, Ele mako, ika oli o Yesu, Kamehana, ke aloha, aloha, kainau ke kua, ikanani maloa, Ila ke ao, oh no the roses. Oh Yesu tu hatu mai tai. Ele mako, ike alo oh Yesu. Eike, ikanani maloa. Ele mako, ike poli oh Yesu. Kamehana. Aloha, kahalikula o kahaku, ikalani kuakaha, ila ke ao, o ka oku imo imo. O Yesu tu hatu mai tai. O Yesu tu hatu mai tai. For all I've been blessed with in my life,
in me. I was imprisoned by the power of gold. With one kind touch you set me free. Let the world stop turning, let the sun stop burning. Let them tell me love's not worth going through. If it all falls apart, I will know deep in my heart the only dream that mattered had come true. In this life, I was loved by you. For every mountain I've climbed, every raging river crossed, you were the treasure that I longed to find. Without your love I would be lost. Let the world stop turning, let the sun stop burning. Let them tell me love's not worth going through. If it all falls apart, I will know deep in my heart the only dream that mattered had come true. In this life, I was loved by you. I know that I will live forever, but forever I'll be loving you. Let the world stop turning, let the sun stop burning, and tell me love's not worth going through. If it all falls apart, I will know deep in my heart the only dream that mattered had come true. In this life, I was loved